All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented and beautiful Stefanie Estes. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so happy we're having you. Because
thank you.
I know thousands of men that say the same thing, but, you know, not only a joke. You're so damn pretty. I like you already. I know I can play with you and have fun.
Thank you.
How pretty you are. Do you know you're pretty, or do you think you're ugly? Seriously. People tell me how handsome I am. I look in the mirror. I say, get the fuck out of here. I am old and wrinkled and hanging. Ugh.
Not true.
Yes, it is true.
Give yourself a break. I mean, I think I'm not horrified when I look in the mirror. I'm not every day do I like give myself a 2 thumbs up, but I realize that I'm an attractive woman. But
I think
you're very beautiful. Now, cut the shit.
I Googled, first of all, let me finish introductions. We got to say hey to Chad, and he's the man behind the board, so say hi to Chad.
Hello, Chad.
Hey, Stephanie, I'll give you 2 thumbs up. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Good
You know what it is? She's probably like 45 or 50, but she looks 19 or 20. She's one of those women.
Right.
I'm actually 65.
No, she's one of those people that just have a young
You're almost
look.
old enough for him, man.
Yeah, that's right. 65. I'm 76, so that works good.
Yeah.
Now listen, really.
Hold on, wait.
You look very young for your age.
Oh, thank you.
You don't even know what her age is, though.
Well, it's got to be over 21.
Okay.
True. Yes, it is. It is 100%.
Much probably, but hold on. So we have a chat room full of people. So say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everyone in the chat room. Thanks.
There you go. So I have to tell you, because like I couldn't find the picture, which we want to give a shout out to October Coast for setting this up. They sent a picture and I couldn't find it. I saved it, but I didn't know where. So then I went online and I made a promo from a picture that I found. I think it was maybe your IMDb picture, which is a nice picture. But then I made it, right? So then I like put it out everywhere and shared it everywhere. And then I found the picture that they sent me where you look like a sex goddess, like so incredibly beautiful. You have like this big green sweatery thing on and your hair's kind of like down in your face. And you just look like a supermodel who just got done walking off the catwalk. And then I took the other one and I switched the picture.
Or a chick that had a hot date.
Yes, and I switched the pictures because I was like, oh my God, she is so hot. I mean, this is like the hottest picture ever. Like you should always use that picture to get hired for every movie because anybody who wants a leading lady who's just gorgeous, I mean, you're for sure going to get it with that picture.
We want talent.
She's already got that. We know that. She's got that already.
You know, like people, there are some actresses that are friends of ours. And they're damn good actresses, excellent actresses, but they do the glamour sexy thing and they're never working. The minute they do the Betty Davis thing, I do all the old stars. The minute they do the drama queen thing, they work.
Yeah.
It's not good to only be a pretty face, a dime a dozen. A good actress.
Back it up with something, right? You gotta back it up with something.
Absolutely.
Well, I know. There's one actress in particular I won't mention who she is, but she's breathtakingly beautiful. Without makeup. I've seen her coming out of a pool with nothing, hair wet. Breathtaking. Great actress. Great. Good drama actress. And the only films you see her in are dipsy blonde dumb broads with big tits.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame. But they won't get beyond that.
Right.
And she auditioned.
You don't have to worry about that because you're not blonde.
No. I'm not saying anything about blondes. My daughter is a blonde. She's gorgeous. But it is typecasting, just like me. You know, if I go down to a go-see, they say, no. We don't want a gorgeous guy with a great body.
Right.
No, we wanted an older man who was thin, without muscles, and beer packs. What do they call them? 6-packs in my stomach. So I never get
six-pack
abs. So I really never get the drama roles. They always cast me as the dizzy fairy queen. I don't know why. I haven't a clue.
She might not even know, but we're actually married.
Legally.
We're legally married.
We're homos.
We're the only gay syndicated married couple like television radio show in existence.
We do that gay stuff.
I love that.
That means that's how you know what a compliment it is because we're not trying to get into your pants.
Oh God, no. I'd rather get.
That's a real compliment,
I'd rather try to get in one of your gowns and high heels. That's what I'd rather try to get into.
Love this conversation so much.
We have a lot of fun. That's what our show is. It's conversation. It's not a stupid interview like.
We will talk about your film. Don't worry.
Like, when did you decide you were going to be an actress? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Do people really care? They don't really care. But if I say to you, so are you married? Do you have a lover? Is it a girl or a guy? People go out and perk up and they go, oh, dish, dish, dish.
Dish, dish,
So
dish.
we're a dish show.
Yeah, we're a dish show.
We
I
dish.
like it.
A very popular dish show.
Look how beautiful she's on the other monitor.
know.
I love that when you do that head back and the mouth open. That looks great.
You have such nice teeth.
Yeah. Look at that. I love that. That's what you got to do a picture of. You got to do a headshot like
with my chin up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you see that long
Oh my
swan.
God, you kind of look like Nicole Kidman there.
Look at the neck, because she's got a 3-foot neck. Look
I
at
do
that.
have a very long neck.
Oh,
That is
it's
so
fabulous.
wonderful.
Do that. Pull the hair away from your neck a little. Oh my God! Now put your head back. Stunning. You have a beautiful upshot. Don't ever get shut down.
My self-esteem is just through the roof.
No, listen, we don't.
And we don't blow smoke up. So
I mean,
if you were
right.
ugly, we would just not be talking about any of this right now.
If you were a dog, you know what I'd be saying? So, have any recipes you can share with us? Let's talk about cooking. I bet you're a great cook, a fantastic cook. You're a dog, but you can cook.
I have a question for you. Okay.
Yes.
So, because like I have to admit, like I had never heard of you before they pitched you to me, and I'm a horror movie fan. So, like I've actually watched a few of your movies now that you were in, except for one of them.
Oh, get her out of horror. She's
no. She's really good.
No.
The other movie that you did that Zach Ward is in. I know you didn't do it. James Bressick did it. He did another movie. We had Zach Ward on our show like 6 months ago, and he did a movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's.
Are you talking the one that Zach wrote with James? Because I've done one acting with Zach, and then I've done another one that he co-wrote with James.
It's like I know the book, the box of the DVD. It's like a house. It's like sitting. It looks like it's in the air almost.
Yes, so that's restoration. I wasn't in that, but they shot that right before we shot the film Bethany that Zach and I did together. So
I thought that the house in the air was Wizard of Oz.
No. We had Zach on. You remember Zach? Zach is the one who was in A Christmas Carol or the Christmas movie, Christmas Story.
You know, we have more soap opera.
No, he's not a soap opera
No,
guy.
but I'm just telling you something. We have more soap opera stars on our show that we've become friendly with, and we have more horror films, shows, and actresses and actors. Horror films are wonderful, but step out of it.
Yeah.
Go for the big picture. You're not a horror type.
Oh.
Sorry. I mean, I wouldn't want to see
do everything that you can
No,
get
I wouldn't
work
want
for.
to see them chop her head off and stuff
No,
like
she's
that.
always the lead, so she doesn't really get killed because the leads in those movies don't get killed.
We had
No.
the Queen of Scream on here. What was her name? The famous one. I loved her. We had so much fun with her. She was a riot. She's the Queen of Scream of horror movies. She screams the loudest and the most.
Oh, we had
What the
we had a
hell
whole
is her
bunch
name?
of them.
She's the Queen of Scream. You must know who she
I
is.
forgot.
The guy came through the bed. And
I know
killed
the
her.
girl from she's in
right.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
We
What
love
is
her.
her name? She's
We've
so
had all of them. We've had all of them, but the one he's talking about is the blonde, and her name is
Oh, I can't think of
Oh
it.
my God, I'm like retarded
And
now.
we had such fun with her. Oh my
I'm
God.
a horror movie fan, first of all, I have to say, and for a long time I was a celebrity clothing designer, and I've dressed like every major horror movie person, entity that there is. I'm
And he
friends
never
with all of them.
brags.
Doesn't matter. I'm making clothes again. No, I mean all of them. Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, Clive
wow.
Barker, Malcolm McDowell, Danielle Harris, who's a big scream queen, is a good friend of mine. Serena Vincent was a big scream queen, and she's a friend of mine. Christy Swanson, and she's a friend of mine. So that's how I got into this
Now
whole
we're going
thing.
to add you to our list.
And now we'll add. Where do you actually live? Are you in L.A.?
I'm in LA, yeah.
Hey, that's good.
For good? Or what?
Well, I used to live in New York, and hopefully I'll get to go back there more. My aunt and cousins still live there, so I try and go back to see them, and hopefully, like, my career will take me back to the East Coast because I do really enjoy
My daughter's an actress. My daughter, Deirdre Sorego, she's an actress, and she's living in New York. She moved from L.A. to New York.
Oh, really?
She hasn't gotten any work.
So maybe
L.A.
she
is where it's at, and I kept telling her, Deirdre, you got to. She hates L.A. I said, but you got to go back to L.A. That's where the work is. That's the factory. New York is good for what? Theater?
Theater.
Maybe.
Not even. The soaps are all coming out of the West now.
Yeah.
What kind of crap is in New York to do?
Gosh,
And
I mean,
she's not Broadway.
I
So if you
think,
went back to New York, what would you do?
I mean, they do shoot some TV shows there, and I know they've like upped their tax incentives for films. So
know too.
more stuff is filming
That's
there.
good production, but for the actual actor, what does it offer the actor?
Oh,
And there's so many in that little city now. There are more actors than there are people.
yes.
Wait a sec. Okay. So go back though. So like you're in a lot of horror movies lately. Like in your career, you've done a lot. It's really cool because in a lot of your films, you're like in the first 3 people listed on IMDb. So it's like, except for your very first films, you know, you've been very fortunate that you're basically like the lead, like in every one of these films, which looks good. You know, it makes everything look really good. And
Yeah.
Bethany, I didn't watch it yet. I have the link, but I watched the trailer like
her?
20 times. That's her, yeah.
Oh my God!
Is she hot?
Is that your nose, or did you have that done?
It's mine. I've been asked that
The
before.
perfect nose. I want that
I
nose.
just, a pretty. It's a nice little shape, but yeah, I
Oh,
haven't.
beautiful. I want
I
your
haven't had-
nose.
Thank you.
So do you like horror movies?
Yeah, I do. You know, I think the best horror movies really tap into some real visceral emotions that that get us all going in one way or another. And
What's the visceral, whatever that means?
Visceral?
What is it? What's the word?
Visceral.
The fuck is a visceral? Is it like something to get a hard on? Although that's Viagra.
yeah, that's different.
What's visceral?
Visceral.
Visceral means like really like in your gut, like it gets you.
Never heard that word. Augerol, I heard. I used to put it up my nose when I was a kid for my sinus. So Augerol.
Angerol? Angerol?
Augerol is the best thing. It's actually lead mixed with something.
No, like if you went to see a horror, like do you ever go watch them? Like do you go to the theater and watch them, or watch them on Netflix or anything?
Absolutely, yes.
So like what's a type of a horror movie that you actually like? That's not one of yours.
Okay, I love going further back. I love The Shining. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Rosemary's Baby.
Psycho.
Yeah. Yes, Psycho.
The original Psycho, because the
Yeah,
remake
with Tony
wasn't any
Curtis,
good.
Tony Perkins.
Did you see It Follows recently?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was really good. I just saw the film Raw. Have you seen that? It's a French film, so you know the French get.
I love French films.
Yeah, it gets real sexy with their horror. But it's about this woman or young girl who's starting out at vet school, and she becomes a cannibal. And her cannibalism is sort of a metaphor for her like blooming sexuality. So it's like
I like that.
I've heard about this.
Kind of like ginger snaps.
Yeah, no, I thought the Raw, the type. How come we know about? She's fabulous. She's a good-looking girl. I mean, she works fine because her face changes. You know, she's like like Nicole Kidman, who she ruined her face. Nicole Kidman. Did you see her face lately? She had her nose bobbed. She had the most beautiful long pointy nose. Now they bobbed it. So when you look at it, one nostril goes east and one nostril goes north. So the nostrils aren't even. She also had that
Mine aren't either.
the filler in the face that everybody's got nowadays, where they look like pumpkins. You know, they fill it up and the cheekbones look like, I don't know, like they got beat up. So she's got those huge cheekbones, that little crappy nose. She was one of the most beautiful women, and no longer. Please never touch your face.
that's what my boyfriend tells me. He tells me we're not married, but he tells me he'll divorce me if I ever get plastic surgery.
Well,
good, smart man.
No, a facelift is okay if they keep you looking like
they
you.
do it well, but you know.
But when you look like these blown up people, they all look like Joan Rivers. They have that face, that puffy face, like a puppet.
Yep, that doesn't move. And it's so Botox, and it's so, you know, it's just terrible. Anyway, Nicole Kidman is no longer the great beauty she was. She ruined her face. A lot of people did that. It's a shame.
Well, we saw a movie last night, the one about the 4 old guys that robbed the bank.
Three
guys.
Yeah.
And in it was, what's her name?
Going in Style, it was called.
Yeah, and in it was, what's her name from the redhead. What the hell is her name? The one that fell off the thing and hurt her face. In the movie she was making, she had her face all crushed on one side, and she's a beauty too, redhead. What the hell is her name?
I'm looking it up. Hang on.
Oh my God, such a famous actress in my day. Anne Margaret.
Oh yeah.
And she looked great, but she looked like one of those blown up puppets.
Oh,
Between the huge tits that she had, these gigantic.
She's your age.
Everybody's my age. I mean, she had these huge.
She looked great.
No, but seriously, it was like the 4 bumps. You saw the 2 bumps in the face and the 2 bumps on the chest. So she looked like a 1955 Buick.
Oh.
the front of the viewer. Anyway.
But do you feel like because plastic surgery's become so commonplace, these actresses just feel like they're forced into doing it so they can, I don't know, if everyone looks that way, then if you're the one person.
I know, but you're Nicole Kidman. You make $20 million a picture. You don't even need to make any more movies.
No. I mean,
you
if
can
she
be picky and just say, I look like this and I'm going to do it the way I
and,
want.
well, she's approaching 40-ishes. If she could have her legs cut and made shorter, she would, so she wouldn't be so tall. And that's ridiculous because her height is her beauty. I am using now.
She's almost 50.
I know. I am using now, which is true, and it works. It's wonderful for your skin, is DMK.
DMK.
Denise.
Danae.
Danae Montague King. He's my dearest friend in the world. I love him, and he has a wonderful line. He's been after me for years, and I keep saying, Danae, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I've got great skin. I don't want to put shit on my face that's going to ruin it, make pox or whatever. And I fought with him. Well, finally, I gave in. And am I sorry that I didn't use it sooner? Because when you're my age, 76, you put this cream on, and it does something underneath the skin to puff up your little
like a collagen boost.
Something like that. But it's not anything damaging.
Anybody who wants to find out about it can go to DANNEMking.com.
I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this.
DANNEMking.com.
But
I'll give him a plug.
I do worry because I've done nothing to my face. My face is totally natural. And,
that's great.
I don't want to do anything. I mean, I could probably, but
no.
I could come out looking like Anne Margaret.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like a 1950 Buick.
So you have a new movie. It literally just came out, right? This movie just came out on Video Domain and everything like a couple of days ago.
Yes.
It's called Bethany, and you play Claire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's a synopsis, you guys, real quick, because everybody can see this movie now. We don't even have to wait for it to come out. It's on video on demand everywhere. It says Claire and her husband find themselves moving back into Claire's childhood home, only to have the abusive and traumatic memories of her mother come back to haunt her. As her husband starts to get more work, Claire finds herself mixed up in a fog of past and present with a mysterious figure haunting her memories. What is this small figure that is trying to reach out to her, and what does it mean? And it stars Stefanie Estes, Zach Ward, who we've had on the show, Shannon Doherty, who I've met several times.
Yeah, we know all these
Tom
people.
Green, who I've never met, and I've never seen him anything but comedy, so I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And it's produced by James Cullen Bressak, who's like basically one of your like really hot up-and-coming horror movie directors.
Yes.
It sounds good. It sounds solid. It doesn't sound like one of those $25 films made in Kmart.
No, it definitely has a real slick look to it. James.
It's got good camera, good film, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Quality camera.
Yeah, really on top of how he wanted it to be photographed, and I think he did a really solid job with the DP and making it look like $1 million.
Because a lot of the horror films, the camera quality is so cheesy, almost looks like a tape. And it makes the film just like a home movie garbage.
So in this film, it seems like from the trailer that Shannon Doherty plays your mother.
Yes, she does. Crazy.
Bitch.
I love Shannon Doherty. You know what? I feel sorry for Shannon Doherty, and I know she's going through cancer now. I don't feel sorry for her because she's approaching that very bravely and really cool.
And she's going to get better.
But I do think that that everybody thinks that she's like so mean. I mean, I've met her several times, and she didn't know me from Adam, and she was so sweet and so nice. That I think that she might have had a few bad incidents where people were probably assholes to her, and that's why she was a bitch.
Yeah.
Because she's super nice.
She's so nice and so she appears in my character's memory, sort of these flashbacks. So we didn't have a ton of scenes together, but she's so professional, so sweet, so and like one of those actresses.
And she's Brenda Walsh too. Yeah. I mean, Brenda Walsh is like the most iconic character ever.
and like just so in it, like there are some actors who come onto set and you can't help but be enthralled by whatever they're bringing, and she's one of those types of people. Yeah. And of course I was starstruck because I was on Team Brenda growing up,
Yes, me too.
I was very impressed by her, and the sex was fabulous.
Yeah. So here's what I want to do. First of all, let's talk real quick because we're going to play the trailer for everybody to see in a second.
Good.
How was Tom Green in a comedy? I mean, in a horror film? Because I saw all kinds of Hollywood Reporter articles on him, about how he doesn't really do these kind of films and how the director really brought it out and he was really good in it.
Yeah, I thought he did a fantastic job being subtle. he's naturally like a really sweet, genuine guy. You're very surprised because I at least was so used to him being so kooky and like bum on things, but in real life he's just a really genuine person, and I think James the director was able to get a performance from him which is gonna, I think, pleasantly surprise people in its subtlety. And he was very heartfelt in the role. Yeah,
that's like me off camera. If you see me off camera, I'm very, very quiet, very demure. I do not curse. I'm shy.
Oh my God, you're so full of shit.
Jimmy, you disgust me.
He like walks in the room and like he's like, I'm here, and everybody comes running over.
That's not true. I just walk in the room, I stand there, and I say, "You're all shit," and then they run over to me.
Okay, so
I'm
Chad,
a star. You're all shit.
Yes, sir.
No, seriously.
Hey, Chad, do you have the trailer?
I do.
Okay, so how about
I'm
this?
loving her nose. I swear she had that done. No, nature never gave.
He has a picture. He just showed a picture of you to everybody, and you have a gray beanie on, and
That
you're looking
nose is
sideways, and you look so beautiful. It's just not even funny.
My dream nose. I always wanted a thin, long nose without a bump instead of my Karl Malden ball with the bump.
Oh, stop.
No, I always wanted your nose.
So what I want you to do, Stefanie, is you introduce it. We're going to play the trailer. Just hang on. We might be able to talk to you, and we might not. It depends on how things are going.
Why?
At the
I don't want her
studio.
to go. I like her.
No, she's not going anywhere. She's going to wait. We're just going to play the trailer for everybody. So you introduce it, and everybody will watch it, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about it.
Awesome. So this is the Bethany trailer starring myself, Shannon Doherty, Tom Green, and Zach Ward, and it's out now on iTunes and VOD.
Okay, myself was good, but please, your name.
There you are.
Mother only cared about what she wanted, not what I wanted. She was impossible to be around.
Beauty is just so brief.
You're angry. Now let's talk about why.
Again! This house, being here feels wrong.
You have a nightmare?
Yeah.
Claire, you're in the hospital. You're not suggesting something supernatural.
This house is doing horrible things to her psyche, and I suggest you don't bring her back.
That's crazy. Don't call me that.
There you go. Looks good.
All right, everybody. So that's Bethany, starring Stefanie Estes, Zach Ward, Shannon Doherty, and Tom Green. It was produced by James Cullen Bressak, and it's available now on iTunes and video on demand. I love that part where they like show your face going like crooked.
Oh, isn't that freaky?
Yeah.
Now, can we see this on Netflix? Because I have Netflix.
No, it's not on Netflix yet.
Not
What's it
yet,
on?
but eventually it will be on.
Well, can
there.
I see that? Because we're Sunday. My daughter Deirdre did horror films, in one or two, and she loves them. She's done regular movies as well, but she loves horror films and she loves to be in them. You do too? I was going to ask you, do you?
I do. I love doing them. They're so fun.
She's been in. Hold on. She's been in Bethany. Wait. If Looks Could Kill, Alter, The Chosen, Disaster L.A., The Bunny Man Massacre, and The Undying. So she's got a whole list of horror movies.
My daughter was in. Now you made me forget the name of the.
That wasn't a horror movie.
Victoriaville. Was it
you're talking. Oh, she was in that movie with
Amityville, Victoriaville, somebody'sville.
Oh, Amityville?
No, not Amityville. The Elizabethtown.
That's not a horror movie.
No, I know it's not. And she played, and she was the designer of shoes, and she was gorgeous in this orange jacket and looking stunning, and nothing. I said, Deirdre, what'd you think? It was all right. I got paid well, and it was a 3-week shoot. Then she was in Zombies. And there she is, all ripped with her face scarred and blood hanging out of her mouth. And she said, "Oh, wow, Daddy, that was so cool. Look how cool I look." And I thought to myself, did I do something wrong when she was born?
Right. What happened?
Elizabeth Town, gorgeous, and here I'm a zombie, ripped teeth hanging out. She looked like
That's what I like better too.
She
I
looked
like
like
the
she
horror
got hit by a
movies.
bus. And Daddy, look how gorgeous! Oh, I love it. I thought,
It's
okay.
such a departure, right? It's like, I
But
love
how
it.
could you look at yourself all mangled and say I look gorgeous? That's a little weird.
No, I agree. I like that though. I like all that because I'm such a huge horror movie fan, and
Yeah.
I used to travel around to all the different horror conventions around the United States just to go to them because it was so much fun. And have you done any of those?
No, wait, getting back
I
to
haven't. I've been talking about doing a couple of them. So we'll see. We'll see if it happens.
But getting back to crying,
Yes.
every morning I wake up, I cry. Because laying next to me is not Ralph, what's his name?
I don't know. I'm not even going to answer this
Ruffalo.
question. Oh, he likes Mark
Mark
Ruffalo.
Mark-
Ruffalo.
Yeah,
Mark
I
Ruffalo.
cry every morning because Mark Ruffalo's not laying next to me.
Mark
So when
Ruffalo.
if I'm making a movie and they say, come on, Ron, cry, I just think of who I'm in bed with, not Mark Ruffalo, and the tears just come right out.
Not funny.
Aw.
I love him. Are you kidding? He's the best. The
Aw.
best.
Mark Ruffalo's got nothing on him.
That's right.
Oh, I wouldn't. Well, I'd like to find out.
Oh.
I'd love. Don't you think Mark Ruffalo is the most gorgeous thing in the world?
I don't think so.
And
I think
sexy.
I think he is very sexy. I think he's underrated as a sex symbol. Like I don't.
think so. Well, the gay guys love him.
I think he's gorgeous, and he's just
Maybe if he was 6'2".
Oh,
I
is he
think
short?
He's very short. He's like 5'6" or something. That I
Are
think
you
ruins
tall
it
or
for him.
short?
Tall.
I'm very tall. I'm 5'11".
Yeah, I knew that.
Very
So
tall.
who's
I could tell that. By
who is
whole
your like
structure.
ideal like person?
beautiful.
If you had that, if you could be in any movie and act with someone, what's a male and a female that you would think these would be like my bucket list? Like who's your bucket list actors that you think would be so great to be act opposite of?
Laura Dern. That would be.
Laura Dern?
Yeah.
Are you only because she's tall? She's 6 foot.
I
You're
love
prejudiced.
Laura Dern. I think she's so interesting.
Are you
Laura
watching that HBO
Dern?
series that
I
she's
just started it.
in?
Just
Okay,
That's the
he
last-
hated it. He hated it. I liked it.
The
He didn't like
last
it.
person in the world, I thought you might have said something like Angelina Jolie, because that would be a competitive piece for you. She's an actress and stunningly gorgeous, and I think the two of you together would burn the celluloid.
Actually, I like Laura Dern. She's really good in this. I mean, she's such a bitch in the
yeah,
show.
she-
Okay, who's the guy?
Laura Dern.
The guy. Ooh. Let me think. Do you know the actor John Hawkes?
No. How do you spell his last
I
name?
think I know the name.
Awkes, John Hawkes. Or Daniel Day-Lewis would be.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think he's.
Nobody ever picks him. Oh, I know John Hawks.
Yeah,
He was
he's.
in Identity.
Right.
Yeah, he was great. He's great. And Daniel Day-Lewis is just. I remember seeing Last of the Mohicans as a little girl and just being like, what?
Now tell us about your boyfriend. Is he cute?
I think he's gorgeous. Yes, he's very
I
cute.
mean, how gorgeous? From 1 to 10.
He's a 10.
Yeah, you better say it in case he hears this.
No. I was going to advise her not to. Say he's a 2, and he's lucky he's with me. Say that. If you tell him he's a 10, it's going to go to his head. And if you're not, and if you mean 10 inches, that's okay. But if you mean the number 10, no. So just say he's a 3 and he's okay. He's lucky he's got me. Don't ever let them think they got the upper hand.
Right, got to keep him guessing.
Yeah.
Is he in the entertainment industry?
He is. He's a writer. He's
Okay.
a.
Then you're not really competing, so that's good.
It's really good. He's.
Has he written anything you know?
Yes, right now he's been working a lot in TV. So the show that he's on right now is the show Legion on FX.
Oh my God, is that a good show?
You're screaming in the mic. My fucking ears just blew.
What a good show that is. Such a good show.
Now, let's give him a plug.
That's my kind of show. Like, I like those sci-fi shows.
I'm going to put this right up your ass so you don't stop yelling in it. Now, what's his name? Let's give him a workout plug.
His name is Nathaniel Halpern.
Nice name. So you're going to be Halpern. You're going to keep your name or just go Halpern?
Oh gosh, I'll probably keep my name, but we're.
Are you going to do the 3 names, your name and then his name?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
That
Oh,
was a long. Would be pretty.
It could be
really
Stefanie Estes Halpern.
I think that sounds good. Stefanie Estes Halpern. That sounds.
Halpern, not Hepburn.
I know. I said Halpern. I have a chapped lip.
It's help burn.
I split my lip. You ever split your lip and you can't speak correctly because it hurts when you open the split?
No.
You never had a split lip?
Very painful. Oh, no,
No.
I have. When I lived in New York, my lips would get really chapped.
In New York, exactly. You get split lips here. So
Yeah.
anyway, so now let's get down to the nitty gritty here. What do you think if he asked you to marry you? Would you say yes or think about it or say get lost?
Oh, I would say yes, 100%.
Good, so you're ready for marriage.
Is he on Twitter? I'll tweet it to him.
Yeah, no, we'll get to him. No, we'll get to him. We're going to say that Mark Ruffalo has been seeing your girlfriend, and he's proposed to her, and she may accept him if you don't ask her now.
If you don't get up to the plate.
It's good to do that. You know, all's fair in love and war. And lying is the best. Don't ever be truthful. Ever. Say to him, honey, I've never had sex in my life. You're the best. Oh, my God, you're the most incredible guy in bed. Lie. Just lie. There's no such thing. Believe me, I've been to bed with enough men to know there's no such thing as a fabulous guy in bed. Please, give me a break. As you know, as we all know, men in bed, it's like me, good night.
So I have a question for you because, like, I was trying. You're not on Twitter, are you?
No, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, but I haven't done Twitter yet. And I know I probably should, but
absolutely.
Twitter's the best out of all of Twitter and Instagram are better than Facebook.
You got to see the work. I mean, all my friends are in the biz, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm in the business 56 years. So you acquire friends in 56 years. You know, you collect them. Before they went on Twitter, nothing. They went on Twitter, work.
Twitter's like the best
it's
networking
amazing how
thing
you
in
get
the
work.
world.
Because if I'm tweeting or twatting, as I call it, and I'm looking for somebody like you, I don't know. I mean, if you're not on Twitter, where are you?
Yeah.
But if you're on Twitter, I'll hear, oh, wow, Stefanie, she's perfect. I'm going to contact
Get
Stefanie.
on Twitter and then make an account, and I'll help you build it, and I'll introduce you to people.
I would love that.
The cheekbones. They're your own. Get out of my way.
I have a little bit over 1 million
you're
followers.
Gorgeous here.
And everybody's in entertainment.
Oh, can we show that to the people? We show that.
They are seeing this. People do see that.
The picture on the left with the cheekbones and the chisel face. Is she not breathtaking?
You look like you're coming on a runway, like a runway
you
show
look.
or
I
something.
hate to tell you, don't get upset, but you look like Trump's wife.
Oh, Melania.
She's gorgeous. Melania is gorgeous. Please, I don't care what you want to say about her, but she's a stunningly beautiful woman. You have that exotic look, the cheekbones, the pointy chin, the long skinny nose, and the almond eyes. God, you're beautiful.
Okay, so we had to go back. All right, so you're you're on Facebook. You have like a Facebook fan page or whatever, right? That does everything that you have. So tell everybody what that is.
That's at official Stefanie Estes, and then my Instagram is just at Stefanie Estes.
There you go. And you guys, Stefanie is with an F, not a PH. So it's Stefanie, and then Estes. Follow her on Instagram, like her Facebook page. Definitely you want to see Bethany and go out and see all these other movies. So out of all your other horror movies, what do you think is your most favorite one that you've done?
Well, I really liked, so in The Chosen, I play a demon from hell, and I'm in this crazy, these crazy prosthetics, and I get to do like this kind of insane movement thing. So I really like that one. I don't look anything like myself. So if you're looking to see me as I am, don't watch that one.
No, finish it off with "and I look gorgeous" like my daughter.
I look gorgeous, even as a female.
another nut like my dear daughter.
But other than that, I really liked Alter is a great one. Disaster LA is a fun zombie apocalypse movie. They're all pretty different. The Undying is I haven't watched that in a while, but it's like a ghost story, love story. There's flashbacks to the Civil War. It has some really good actors in it. Robin Weigert from Deadwood, and Wes Studi. So that's a good one to check out. They're great actors.
Now, do you ever tell your agent you don't want to do another horror, you want to do a standard? I mean, are they aware of the fact that you'd like to do? Because I'd like to see you in a standard film.
Yeah.
In a good part, because I think you have all the qualifications for it.
Yeah, they definitely know that. It's just, the game. It can be difficult.
Very difficult, but don't get typecasted. Vincent. I knew Vincent Price. Do you know who Vincent Price is?
Yeah. Yes.
I made a movie with Vincent Price in 1963, and the movie was called maybe Breakfast at Mummy's, something like that. It was the worst film in the world. I don't think they ever printed it, to tell you the truth. We were all running down Hollywood Boulevard as the sun was coming up, and we were all vampires, and we were turning into mush. And Vincent Price, I love the story. Vincent Price was exhausted, and he said to a bunch of us, I'm sitting down on the curb, my fucking ass is killing me, or whatever. And we were just hysterical, and the film was so bad. And I thought to myself, Vinnie Price, one of the greatest actors of the 1940s in wonderful films like Laura and so many great films. Yeah. And look what happens when you get old. You wind up running down Hollywood Boulevard melting.
With your ass hurting.
Right, with your ass hurting from sitting on the curb. And, you know, I'm unfiltered. And I had to say to him, and I said, Mr. Price, of course. I said, Mr. Price, I love your work, not this. And he looked at me and he said, what do you think I feel? And I said, I know. I said, but what are you going to do? Sometimes things just don't go the way you want. I said, but at least you had a great career and you're a wonderful actor. I said, and I was very young, by the way. I said, and I haven't had that pleasure yet. And he looked at me. He said, well, with your good looks, if you can act, probably. And he was just wonderful. Years later, I became dearest and best friends with Jane Russell. You know who Jane Russell is?
Yes.
Okay, Jane was my buddy. She stayed at my house. As a matter of fact, she left my house and died. That 2 weeks. Yeah, we were the dearest of friends. And I found out that Vincent Price was her dear, dear friend. So then, you know, it all sort of comes together.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's a shame because horror films are still not considered, I guess, Hollywood. I don't know what you want to call it.
They're starting to change that a little bit.
Yeah, I know,
but
you know, they've got to stop making these $10 films where it's cut my head off, blood's gushing out, no story, cheesy acting, the dialogue is horrific, and they, you know, put a pretty picture on it, and people go to the theater, the movies, to think they're going to see something spectacular.
Right.
And it's, you know,
I'm way more of a horror film buff than he is.
Jimmy, some of the films he's watched that you're watching, I couldn't sit through them for another minute. I would scream. I mean, it was like me when I was 10 years old in the yard pretending I was Flash Gordon.
Oh, no.
I mean, you know, when you were a kid, you used to play, you know, whoever you were.
Yes.
He was Flash Gordon.
It was
for
that
his
the
generation.
dialogue was that bad. Oh, come here. I want to suck your blood now because I am a vampire. When they read lines like that, I just want to cry.
Oh.
Don't you?
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm sure you're a great actress, but what if the guy you're working with sucks and he comes off to you like, oh my goodness, are you afraid now, lady? What would you do? What would you do back?
Gosh, I mean, yeah, that would be really hard. I don't think I've worked with an actor that bad before, but
It's a nightmare. And my last film, nobody was an actor. I was the only professional. So I looked like, when my scenes were good, but the people I worked against, the man that I was supposed to get angry with had on a suit that was 5 sizes too big. The pants were hanging. He was supposed to get angry with me. So finally, the director said, just go. I said, go where? Where's my mark? He said, we don't have marks. I said, you don't have marks? He said, no, the camera's going to follow you. I said, yeah, I mean, like an 8mm when I was a kid. Now, the guy is supposed to get angry, so I lost it. And I said to him, listen, you hate me because I'm a mean cop. God damn it, say something. So he said, you mean like bastard?
Oh.
I swear to God, am I lying? Well, if you see this film, you cry.
You're not going to see it.
Here I turn around and I say, if you think that I did that over there, you're out of your, whatever it was.
Right.
And he turns around and he says, oh, gosh, how could you? It's comedy. Now,
It wasn't supposed to be a comedy.
Evil friends of mine, friends that are evil, you'll have evil friends too.
Oh.
They never watch my show, this show, or any of my films. That film they all bought. And they sat in, they bought the film and they sat in clusters watching it, screaming hysterically, laughing.
I don't think these people are really friends.
No longer. Got rid of this. I got rid of that fat bitch real quick.
Cut her out.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we got to go, though, because we got to go.
Now,
so
wait, one more thing. I love her. I don't want her to
I know,
go.
but we got to go.
One more thing. Is there a film you want to burn?
Is there a film I want to burn? Yes, but I'm not saying it.
No, don't. I'm not giving you the title of my piece of shit either. Don't.
Yeah. No. Yeah, absolutely. There's a film I want to burn.
Listen, I was with my first movie was 1959 with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter, called That Kind of Woman. I mean, that was class Hollywood at its best.
Yes.
And my last film was a Kmart $15 piece of shit. So tell me, I thought careers were supposed to go up as you got old.
Ebb and flow, right? Ebb and flow.
Yeah, right.
So listen up, everybody.
I love
First
you.
of all,
You're going to come back again?
Absolutely. We're moving to Palm Springs, so once we get there, we'll invite you and your boyfriend over. We're going to have like a party, like a gang of entertainers, and we'll have you guys come to our house.
So many of not everybody that's been on our show. So those of you that weren't invited, fuck off. I mean, I can't have it. But only the ones we like. So you're going to be surrounded by movie stars of yesteryear, and there'll be lots of soap operas. Michael Damian, you know who he is?
Oh, that name sounds really familiar.
He's a director. Now he's more known as a director, but he was on Young and the Restless, and he sang that song Rock On in the 80s. Hey, kids, rock and roll, rock on.
I would probably know his face. I would know his face.
He's got a hit movie out right now called
High Strung.
High Strung.
It's on Netflix. Watch it.
Watch
it's really
it.
Good.
Watch it. You will love it. It's a great movie. Anyway, we'll have a lot of fun.
We got to get it all going, though. So you guys listen up. Follow Stephanie on Instagram. Like her Facebook page. When she gets on Twitter, she's going to let me know, and we'll let all you guys know because they all said they'll follow you. So you'll have like a ton of followers right off the bat.
And when we have our party, it's basically a network party, so everybody could get to know each other. And then I say to all of our guests, if anybody can help somebody get a role in something, do it now. And that's how it is. In my day, which is the 1960s, okay, when I was working in television and stuff, we did that. We did that. We were a family. I'd get a phone call from
It's
like Doc Hudson, or somebody would call somebody and say, we need this and that. Today, forget about it.
Yeah, it's very cut out.
We like to help everybody.
They're evil today.
Nice.
That's
refreshing and lovely.
If they were at a party and the producer said, I need a tall girl about 5'11" with long brown hair, a long neck, and a gorgeous nose, they'd say, oh, I have no idea who that is.
Isn't that a shame?
Bitches today, mean business. Evil, cutthroat.
But we are not. So anything that comes my way or anybody, because people ask me all the time since they know I have like contact to all the guests that have come in and been on the show. So if anybody ever comes looking for somebody like you, I would pitch you in a second.
I do that. I know a lot of producers. Half of them are dead, but that's okay. That I still say things too. You know, there's another girl that I push a lot, who I love and who's a fabulous talent. If I can remember her name. 76 is awful. I'm telling you.
He didn't remember names when he was 50 either, so that's okay.
Well, I was always called Dizzy.
It's funny because he doesn't remember people. We'll have him on our show, and then we'll go to a party or someplace, and we'll see him, get to meet him in person. He won't know who they are. But if you were on Turner Classic Movies, and like you were a star of the 40s or 50s, every movie comes on, he knows even the extras. He knows who they are practically. I mean, he knows everybody on Turner Classic Movies.
Because Bob Osborne was my hero, and I loved Robert Osborne, who has just passed away, for what he's done to film. You know, film is art, it's history, and we can't call it old film. It's crappy or it's corny. I love it. I watch it. I had a TV show in California for years called Set the Record Straight, and I interviewed Jane Russell, Cliff Robertson, Lauren Bacall, and the list just goes on and on. So to me, these actors and actresses, we can learn from them.
Yes.
Study them. Mm-hmm. Learn their techniques. They all had individual personalities. That's why they were stars.
Yeah.
Today, one thing, and I'm done. Today, all these little bitches in the movies, they're all alike. You can't tell one from another. No, Betty Davis had, how'd you do? Katharine Hepburn had hers. Humphrey Bogart, woof, woof. We could identify. But today, they all come out of the same school. The truth. Don't they all look alike today, the guys?
He thinks everybody looks the same. They have the same haircut, the same beard, the same everything.
And the same speech and the same personality. All the guys.
You're onto something there. They do. There's definitely a look and a feeling now that is very popular. And
the people that you picked out that you would want to be with are totally different, and they don't fit into that regular mold. So neither will you, which is really good.
But, you know, they all have light brown hair. They all have the same body, the same face. Look at that one we just mentioned before that my daughter's crazy about. Ryan Gosling. There's 3 actors out there that I can't forget. I get confused. They all look alike. Ryan Gosling and the other one that we saw in the commercial yesterday in the phone booth.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. They look like brothers.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And then
we gotta go. We gotta go.
One more thing.
We gotta
the
go.
two blonde guys, one that plays the superhero and his other brother.
Sevens.
Chris Hemsworth.
I can't tell them apart.
Oh, he's talking about Chris Hemsworth and
Liam Hemsworth.
the other one.
Gorgeous guys.
Liam and Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, they're beautiful. Two is better than one. I agree with them.
All right, hang on, because we really got to go. All right.
I love you. Hugs and kisses. You're sweet. You've been wonderful.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. We want to thank October Coast. Everybody, go watch Bethany on demand and on iTunes. Get it. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Say hi to your boyfriend and have a great one. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
We'll see you on the show again, honey. Bye. She's so polite.